we're going to put this in here. Here we go. Hey guys, Chuck, House of Mopar. I've been out in the garage. I don't know how hot it is, 90. It's hot. Anyway, yeah, I'm changing the water pump. I'll explain that to you in a minute here. So, last Sunday, they had the St. Louis Mopar Blast. I was going to video some of it, but I did one of these before. It's drag racing, nostalgia, super stock, a handful of cars in the car corral to look at, and no swap meet was pretty thin. I understand the Saturday before, I think this is the second year they've had this. They had to skip last year. So anyway, two cool cars I'm going to show you. Okay. What I'm going to tell you is the white one is a survivor car, which means it's never been repainted. It's never had nothing done since it left the Chrysler factory. So the second car is an AMC, but AMCs count because Chrysler bought AMC, and it's just cool. So yeah, here we go.
Anyway, brushing it off right now, and just give us a few minutes to do a little prep over there in the left lane, and then we'll get right back at it, folks.
$4,600? I'll take it.
4-speed, no less. Smells like an old car.
Yeah, it's got that smell, don't it?
Mine smells like mouse piss. One of them.
Yeah, I've had a few of those too.
They must have stored it someplace good.
I've had it since 1990, so I've had it, but the guy that before that, they quit driving it in 76. They quit driving it. He had it outside at one time with a tarp on it. That's where you see some of the stuff around the rear glass.
755 with a 5 runs dead on. Defeats Kurt Tebow. Next pair pulling to the line right now, Plymouth Satellite out of Catawissa, Missouri. 63 Corvette, dial 625. Billy Ping from Yale, Illinois, at the university now. 67.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh? A Survivor Daytona Charger. The guy, you heard him say, he's had it since 1990. He's the second owner. Yeah, 4-speed Daytona Charger. He's the second owner. He knew the guy. He probably got a friend's price, and it still wasn't free. Even in 1990, these things weren't. They were expensive. A car like that in 1980, a Superbird was about 10 grand. We have a Superbird buddy that bought a car then in 1980, a wrecked one. So anyway, yeah, that AMC. I have no idea what Hemi's in there, but it is it's a first-gen Hemi. And when I looked at the video later, the guy had Frenched in like the front bumper. That was cool. So anyway, when I was there, a guy had a 70 AAR, and I went and looked at the parking lights. All right, so CUDA grill, 70. Now, this is the parking light turn signal for this car, 72. Notice what we have here, okay? Now, you go in here and look. I've got a plug. That's the plug. But you probably don't remember, but I put a ground wire on right here. That's where the damn thing goes. It looks like a ground wire that's supposed to be there. Look at that. That is where the plug goes to ground it and also run your parking light. So, whoop, I had to pull it. I have parking lights. So I would plug that in. Yeah, I still don't have flashers, so it could be the flasher. So that's a win. Here's a fail. No. So a big truck. You remember before I did the brakes, okay? I did the compressor. It needs a steering box. AC works. So I took this up to my buddy to get it. They've got a shop. I get up there and I smell brakes and this thing's smoking a little on this side. And I'm like, all right, the caliper was junk because I had a really hard time pushing that lower piston in. So work was coming. I had to leave home for a little bit, and so I went to AutoZone and got new calipers. Of course, the brakes and rotors are all, they're covered. Their lifetime warranty. So, and I got hoses. Can't do the hoses because the damn things are hard lines. Rubber hose to a hard line. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. AutoZone, nobody sells this side. If you're gonna do this side, you're just gonna make that hard line, which is no big deal. I don't have hard line here. Of course, I certainly never feel like doing it. So anyway, everything's bled, all that. So what I think I really did, you see that blue? I think I just had the parking brake a little bit too snugly, which sucks. So anyway, yeah. So what are you gonna do? I believe it with this thing. This actually works really well. Amazon, I'm sure. And then you got to get an adapter for our trucks. This is the adapter to make this, to bleed our old cars. It works. It will fill that reservoir all the way to the top. When you take it off, it'll make a mess. So anyway, yeah, let's get back to Louise here. I'm going to change the water pump. Hey guys, pitter patter back at her. Pitter patter. Literally 2 days since I did those other clips. I apologize. I wish I would have taken a longer video of that Superbird and then that AMC. There was a couple Road Runners there, 70s. There was an AAR, but you know, whatever. I was just gonna walk around and throw, you know, a thing together, but yeah. So 70 Superbird Survivor, or Daytona Survivor. Yeah, I don't know what that Hemi was in that AMC. So anyway, all right, let's get back to this. So yeah, 2 days since I've drained the fluid. She gets hot idling, okay? 200 and a 90 degree, 95 degree day in here, which means they'll certainly do it out on the road. And I was doing it. So I reset my timing, 16 and 36. My air fuel ratio, I have one timing light that's got a dial back, so it gives me my RPM and all that. So I set it here, set this at 750. I can look up under there and see my air fuel ratio, you know, for idle. Well, so it was running about 13 and a half, 13.3 ish. I go ahead and lean it back up. Well, hell, I lose 30 RPM, which means no matter what that AFR said, the engine didn't like it. It was too lean. I may be a little more lean than I should still. I'm showing still low 13s at idle, 14.7, what we want. So I'm changing my water pump. I've already started, and I'm fiddling here thinking there's stuff I didn't say. Chrysler, okay, it was getting into the performance era. I would say solidly in it by now. They had the Hemi was out by 65. So, but they were still learning stuff. So they'd still stuck a 22-inch radiator in these cars. You know, it did okay. They put a shroud on, which at least there was a shroud. Some didn't, guys. You know, even up through 70. Just the weirdest combination you'd think would certainly need a shroud. 6-blade fan there. There's stuff, you know, factory stuff that could have been better. You know, there's gaps around the shroud. That's how it was when I got it. So all that stuff does start getting combined up to, you know, make a car stay warm. I don't have a lot of gap in there. So well, anyway, so Chrysler had air conditioning. All right, well, this air conditioning compressor can only spin so fast, so they limited the differential size and they changed up the water pump on the car. So an AC car, non-AC, an AC car would have had a 6-blade pump. The drive would be 1.3%, you know, 30% more than, you know, whatever, and the fan pulley should be a 5.34 inch diameter. Okay, now I have an AC, non-AC car, so it's underdriven because these things can cavitate. So the impeller on this pump I have behind me is 4 inches. It's 3/8, 38 thousandths, 3/8, whatever it is, smaller. I don't think you can get much bigger. 8 blade. I have a 6.5 inch fan pulley and a 6.75 inch crank pulley. So yeah, she's at 0.95. So I don't know if I'm cavitating in there or not. This is a non-AC pump. We'll see. I'll pull that 440 Surf 6 blade one out here shortly and let you guys have a look at it, and yeah, we'll go from there. Clear as mud. I don't know. Sometimes I start yammering on. I don't know. Trying to get it all jammed in there at once. All right, here we go. Okay, there's a difference. 440 source billet. They say it's billet. It's not. It's cast. I mean, they didn't machine this for a freaking $40, $50 water pump. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 8. We're gonna see. Oh, let's see this. So I said, I know that this one's a little small. They want 4 and 3.38 diameter, and yeah, it's about 4. Well, shit. I mean, it might be under 4. Let's see what this thing is right here. That's 3 1/4. And look at there. That's what they wanted. Well, how about that? So they wanted 4.38. Yeah, I'm more like, I'm at 3 7/8 really. Whatever. Yeah, all right, whatever. It is what it is. I'm gonna run that. The thing cools, keeps it cool like it's supposed to. We'll call it macaroni, otherwise it should get a fan. All right, guys, here we go. Okay, back together. Warmed her up too. It's only 80 out today. I can't believe it. It's cool in my house in the River City. So the water, the thermostat opened. So yeah, at 80, she stays pretty close. We're gonna go look in a minute here. It's been off for a minute. I finally got my rev limiter set on this thing. The Pertronics, it's a 3-spark. It's a multi-spark discharge, and every time it fires 3 times. That can be a pain in the butt with your timing light, but it can also be a pain in the butt with your tachometer. So what I got here is, I don't have the car rigged to blow, but these are 10K 5-watt resistors. That's what Pertronics says to put in there. This is this guy's answer for everything, I think, Pertronics. I've talked to him a few times. He's a smart guy. He's obviously bull with cars, but anyway. I don't know if these have a one-direction flow. It's a resistor. I doubt it. I don't know. You know, it's not a, the hell, what are those electronic things that flow one direction? You know, like a check valve. All right, so, oh, by the way, my gas gauge, I probably got, I have 100 miles on this tank, close to it. It's already coming down. Maybe we'll have a little up. Now, okay, what we're gonna do here is check my Tach. It bounces. It sucks. All right, so here we go. It works. Yeah, it does work. That gum, that means now I gotta go ahead and, this thing would be up, just up and down, bouncing everywhere. I got it. Oh boy, knew what he was talking about. She's steady like a rock. I'm glad that once in a while when you do stuff, people tell you. You know, it's usually the case, isn't it? You know, they say this will work, and it does. So I don't think I got that cut out. I took the CUDA out yesterday. It's still cutting out. You know, whatever. So now I got to go ahead and find a way to make this work. You know, I guess I'll stick it back here. Stick it back here. You know, in the green, and of course cover it up. I think I can shove this down into that stranded wire. You know. and just wrap it. All right, we'll see. Okay, I'm installing my 10K 5-watt resistor. Incidentally, I think this bag cost me $4. I don't know. There's like 10 of them in there. So I took in, this is where I'm sticking it, right? I took and got a coupler and slid it in far enough and crimped it on both ends. Then I'll slide this over top of it and protect it, hide it, you know. So I'll show you when I get done. Yeah, there it is, almost like it never happened. Pretty well, that worked out well. I'm proud of myself, yeah. This is long, I left it long. I'm always afraid of, you know, too short, it being too short. All right, I'm about done. What I really need to do is go for a ride, and that ain't gonna happen soon. It needs to happen. We'll see what I can work out. It's gonna warm up here today. It's supposed to be about 90, so I need to go ahead and see if it looked like it was working better, you guys, to be honest with you. Spinning the water a little bit better. In the top of the radiator, I can see it moving. Yeah, I probably could have solved all my trouble with a $30 water pump versus a new freaking expensive radiator. All right, here we go. Okay guys, so it's 85 degrees here, not particularly warm where I was having trouble. She's holding 182. Can you see that? That's the water moving. I don't recall it ever moving that fast, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, that's movement of the water. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna shut her off and gloat in the fact that maybe not that I fixed it, but that maybe certainly that my Tach works. Okay, let me reach in here. Oh, Louise. All right. I shut this engine off. I had the radio on and Queen was playing. Bohemian Rhapsody, no less. So I can't play that, and they won't let me publish this. So yeah, the water's not moving. So I think we got her done. I need to get some hot weather. I don't know what I got on this other clip I just told you guys about. Get some hotter weather and take her for a ride. That's on, I guess. It's always fun when you get something fixed. Like my Tach's been bouncing now for 3 months. I put that distributor in. So yeah, it's the little stuff. It's like a brand new car. You know, some things are like brand new all over once you're not messing with them all the time. My big truck, I hope I got the damn AC fixed finally. Just needed a compressor and time and money, you know. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna leave it for right now. I'll come back here in a second. All right, I'm calling it. Calling her good. Still warm. That was pretty productive little video. What did I get done? I got my Tach squared away. I've always got other crap going on. Vehicles. My daughter's car needs a clutch in it now. Yay. Got this guy set, right? These rev limiter, and I changed my water pump. I think it's going to be okay, guys. I'm gonna say mostly okay, because it looks like it'll probably creep up, but if I run the RPM up to 1500, and I can avoid putting in a electric fan, I'll be happy. So yeah, we're going to Nationals is coming up in Columbus here, probably right after this video comes out. I think it's the second weekend of August. 7, 8 of us driving over there. That'll be fun. Making a 5-day trip out of it. Leaving on Wednesday, come back on Sunday. Sold some of my junk. Got somebody maybe coming to buy this today. I got a set of tow hooks I sold. Yeah. Anyway, all right, guys. That's it. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.